Gosh, I haven't done a session for everyone in quite some time. There's been a lot of work going on, and of course, the holidays and back to school and all those things. So let's see, where am I at? Lately, I've been driving my career forward. So I haven't had a ton of aha moments to share with you guys. We're predominantly working on changing old structures and loop patterns. And that's a little disconcerting. That I'm not going to lie. Here's what I was doing in the past. Here's what I'm really doing. Let's dive into figuring it out. And now let's completely change it and build new structures in your life. So that's been a minute. That's been quite significantly different. There are lots of exercises that I'm being given to build energetic muscle, for lack of a better way to say it, but to extend reach, to extend capacity, to extend, I guess, is maybe how I would describe it. And that's really it. It's just been an awful lot of structure, changing structure, building structure, figuring things out, moving through. Like, it's almost like here are old habits, and now we're going to shift and rewire kind of thing. So, what does that actually look like? That looks like an awful lot of observation, paying attention, realizing when I'm in the same old loops, starting my day a little bit differently, building different structures so that I can recognize when I'm in those loops faster, building structures around how to get out of them faster. So, what does that look like? Noticing the old patterns, being with them, not trying to push them away, just trying to notice them and be with them instead of just keeping going like I used to, trying to like sort of barrel through, if you will, pausing, looking at it, removing myself from the situation if it needs be. It's not really a reframe. It's more like an acknowledgement, a dissipation of energy. It's like the learning how to release, I guess, would be the way to describe it. And then that allows for space for new structures or patterns to come through. So it all revolves around being able to observe and be conscious of when I'm creating those habits or those loops that I would not like to have in my life, for lack of a better way to say it. And I can report back after a little while. I don't know how successful I am. The time at which I'm moving through them is getting shorter and shorter, that's for sure. It's not comfortable. It's a lot of self-reflection, maybe a little bit more than I would like, that's for sure. But anyway, there we are. That's what's happening this week. What else is happening? The interesting things that are coming through in the groups, those are really interesting. They're starting to talk in much broader circumstances. A lot of the work in the level 1, as I understood it, was literally reconnecting us all into our access points, into our level of consciousness in us, as well as outside of us. This next round, as it has been coming through, is all been talking about living from that space. So living in finding alignment, bringing alignment from the analogies living in zigzags to coming into living in alignment. And I don't really know where that's going just yet. It makes sense, but you can understand it on a theoretical level. But what that means for our daily lives, that I don't know yet. That I think is always the biggest thing for me. It's one thing to take these general ideas and then they're just out there and they don't really touch on our regular lives. I think that's fine and that's interesting if we're all just interested in feel-good moments, but I am more interested in making waves of change. So it'll be interesting to see how this actually affects everyday lives. So I'll keep you updated on that as we go this year, because the level 2 is more like a full year program and we're just getting started here. So it'll be interesting to see. So on that note, I will stop talking and drop in for a couple of sessions for y'all today. Let me know, as always, if you have any questions that you'd like them to answer. I'm sure they would be more than happy to give you any notes or feedback on your questions. And I'll talk to you soon.